Okay, I am working on this Volkswagen R32. Oh, you can see my dog is getting excited about something. But anyway, this belongs to my competitor. He has a body shop about 5 miles north of me, and he doesn't like fixing rust. So maybe that just proves he's smarter than me. But anyway, I've had it here for about 4 or 5 days and been doing some other stuff and then working on this thing at the same time. But this is what I have to do. I should have started my video. I'm getting old. It's hard to sit down on this cement. But I should have started this video when I first started working on it. But as you see, I've been grinding and cutting, and a lot of glue they use. It's like bed liner they put on these rockers, and man, that stuff's hard to get off. But I scraped a lot of it off, and then I cut. Here's some of the old. This here was part of the rocker that went on here, and yeah, she's a rusty old girl. And here's one of the patches I made. It's made out of an old hood. And let me see. I don't have enough hands. That's why everything kind of jiggles. But here's the patch I made. That's going to go right there. And like I say, I cut that out of an old hood. And this side's actually rustier than the other side. I cut a lot of the rocker out there, and I might go the whole way down. I don't know. But here's a, oh man, I have more darn trouble getting up. But yeah, here's this piece I made. This one, I'll see if I can get further away with this. This one goes underneath here. I made this patch is going to go in here, kind of like that, and then this patch here, this one goes up here. So I've got to turn it around. This one goes up here. I have to cut that. I have to cut it square across here. I can see it, but this one. Oh, yeah, I got it right. This one goes right here. I got to do some whittling on that so it fits right. I'll have to cut it right along here, and then weld it in there. But as you can see, it's she's pretty rotten. Look how rusted out it is here. But this part here isn't quite as bad as the other side, though. But yeah, the owner of it, he tore all these front end parts off of this thing. He's gonna put the fenders back on, the grill, all that good stuff, and you can see just how wide these tires are. I think this thing is like a rally car or something. But the tires are all wore down except this one over here, and so he must have put a tire on here at one time. But yeah, that's weird. They use these wide tires on this thing, but like I say, I think it's a rally car, and I think this thing would be a fun car to drive. And you can see somebody was doing some cobbling, and he's got the zip tie they drilled through there to hold the fender onto the bumper onto the fender. And yeah, here the this is made out of a fender. This one here is pretty much ready to go here, and then this here this goes on here and stuff, and got to weld it. And the guy says, "Don't worry about painting it. I'm going to paint it myself. I just want you to patch it up and put some filler on it and get it ready to paint." And then he wants to paint it, and I'm like, "Well, that's all right." But I had a guy ask me today how much I charge for a job like that, and I always, this kind of work, I always say the same thing. not enough. You can't, it's tough to make your labor back on a job like this. These are a lot of work. Yeah, he's got some surface rust going on here. He's gonna have some work, but I'm gonna, you have to, with these two, you got to be really careful. And yeah, it had this it had this liner in the inside there. Well, not a liner, it's a sound deadener, and I peeled that out because it went down where the hole is, of course. But you want to really watch out you don't catch fire in there, and oh man. And that stuff there, I wonder if I have a cigarette lighter here that works. Oh yeah, this one works. Let me see here. This stuff here, I'll pull a piece off. You have to really be careful with this stuff, because when you're welding and you get it, let me see here. Oh. Like I say, I don't have enough hands, so. But see this. Let me see. I got to figure out how I'm gonna set this down here so I can make my video. I got a little holder. No, that ain't gonna work. Maybe this one. All right, that might work. All right, so this here give you an idea of why you don't but this is the reason why you don't want to why you want to peel that liner out, because see if I can get this to light. See how good that burns? See you can burn your whole car down if you don't pull that stuff out of the inside of your fender. So, but yeah, I was just making a video, and that's my brother Ted over there, and so like I say, you got to be really careful with your to get that stuff out of the inside, because you don't want to catch that on fire. You burn the whole car down before you know it. And then it's got this other sound deadener stuff in here too. This was in there too, and yeah, that all fell out, and that's some of the stuff that fell out of the rockers on that thing. I swept it out the door, but yeah, this is some of the liner they use on the rockers and stuff, and some of it came right off, and some of it, oh, that stuff was really glued on there. But here it had water between this stuff and the rocker. That's why it rotted out, so. But anyway, that's all I got for this video, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube today, so let's see how it goes. So